Okay, hello. My name is hungryhyena78. I am going to demonstrate for you guys some things that I found recently on Gascoigne. Now, these are things I have never seen anybody else do before. I haven't seen them on YouTube. I haven't seen this shit anywhere. And I'm gonna describe in detail exactly what's happening. Um, First, let me just give you a preface. Gascoigne has two attacks in phase 1 that previously, I believe, were unsolved, as far as I understand, and now they are completely solved. I could be wrong. I am not a part of Team Hitless for some reason, but um, I'm going to explain them. So, number one is the first problematic attack that Gascoigne has is he has a double axe swing. The issue with the double axe swing, and this is something GoesOnGhost got wrong actually, um, back with her Gascoigne guide. Now, nothing against her, she's cool, I have no problem with her, but she made a mistake in her guide. Her guide says that when Gascoigne does a double axe swing, he will follow up with a third axe swing that cannot be backstabbed. I have found a way to circumvent that. It's not perfect, but it's perfectly consistent, and I will show that. Um, the second attack that's problematic is Gascoigne will sometimes swipe at you. He'll do a running swipe into a slam, and then he will back up with his gun and shoot you. I have a backstab for that, and it requires the left hand. The reason it requires the left hand is because when you sprint and you do this, right? That's not a charge. This is, and that's going to matter. Um, there are two strategies with that particular backstab. The first strategy is there's open, and the second strategy is there's closed. If Gascoigne is in an open state, that I like to call it, it means that no obstructions will stop the backstab from working. If there is an obstruction, like this wall, he will back up into it, and you will not be able to get a reliable backstab most of the time. However, if you manipulate him, which is hard to do, but I think with enough practice I can get it more consistent, he will not back fully into the wall, and he'll be more like this, in which you can get it. And I will demonstrate all of this right now. So here we go. 1, 2, I wait, I see 3, and I roll. That is case number 2, okay? That's case number 2. That's one of the 3 things that will happen. This is case number 1, okay? And the third case is pretty simple. It's just like, the third case is he just doesn't shoot it after the third. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it. I can try. There it is. Oh my god, he almost got me. So that's all 3. Oh, close. That is all 3. All 3 back to back. I finally got a clean recording of that because that, like, I just couldn't get all 3 to happen in a close enough time. But there you go. You saw all 3. So 2 axe swings come out. You sit there and you wait. If you see the gun, you roll backstab. If you see the axe, you wait some more, and then you roll in. And he either won't pull the gun out, or he'll pull the gun out and you get a backstab. This is better. This is better than what we used to know about this attack. We used to think like, okay, well, if we see it, dodge into the like just dodge into the gun, and if he does the axe, dodge into it anyways, and you get no punish on the boss. Now we have a way to punish Gascoigne if he does the gun or if he does the third axe swing. Now on the third axe swing, yes, I'm not going to try to say I found like the perfect solution where he always shoots, but now we're looking at like 66% of the time, 70% of the time that you ever get him to do the double axe, you should be able to backstab him. And 70% roughly is better than 50. So that's an improvement. Okay, now I'm going to show you the more complicated backstab. This backstab has two things about it. I think I explained them before. Open and closed. Open is when Gascoigne has no obstructions that he will place his back to. Closed is when he does have an obstruction that he places his back to. Okay, so let me show you. The attack we're looking for is not that one. It's this one here. We're gonna run into Gascoigne. This is closed. It's closed because these gravestones are in the way. Okay? So that was closed. Now I'm too close. Oh, that was open actually. Okay. I'm gonna explain what's happening in paint.net because I think it's really cool and you should too. We're gonna explain two situations, okay? First situation is open, and we saw examples of both, so you'll see what I mean. Closed. Okay. Open and closed. Imagine, right, that this is Gascoigne, and you are the circle. Whoops. You are the circle, okay? In an open situation, we have no obstruction in this corner. No obstruction. This is open, okay? There may be a way to do it some other way, but generally speaking, he will slam his axe into the ground here, right? We are going to run up to him slightly on his left, and he will curve into the open area. This is why it's called open. Now, when he curves into the open area, his back is here, B for back. And we are right here, and we curve and we hit him. Here's where things get much more difficult. If we are in a closed location where there's no room for Gascoigne to be open, and this could be anything, by the way. It could be a gravestone, right? It could be anything. It could be a gravestone. It could be a tree. It could literally just be a small ash tree. And you just have to teach yourself how to do this. Let's just say we're in a closed spot, okay? We're in a closed location. There are a few solutions. I'm confident that there are two solutions to this. I used to think there was one, but there's two, and I'm going to explain both. Okay, let's move this to the side. Let's actually move it a bit further. Let's move it over here. So you'll notice, by the way, in case you haven't already, that there's a lot more room to the left. So solution number one is when he's done with the slam attack, you go here. And then, and this, of course, you have to follow him because you know it's going to end up being something like this. And you will be here, and get the backstab. Ideally, I'm like 95% certain this is a possible solution. Here's the problem though. This is open. This is technically like open left. You can call this like open left. We're going to talk about if it's really closed off. Like this. What do you do? Also, I don't want the X there. If it's really closed, like this, here's what you do, okay? Effectively, what's going to happen is if you run up to him the natural way here, this will happen, and we don't want that. If you run up to him on this side, he will also do it this way, and you will get no backstab. So how do we solve it? The solution is you pick somewhere, it's pretty precise, but you pick somewhere very close to the center, okay? And you basically come up and you either choose now after about like a third of a second, half a second, you go with this or this, basically. And here's what's going to happen to Gascoigne when you do that. He will hopefully do this. Why does this matter? This matters because this distance is this distance, right? Imagine there was a wall here, right? If we can turn this into this, now we have this, right? Open, wall. That's what we're doing. So you force him back a little bit, then he curves and he doesn't have the distance to make it. And you will be here. Backstab. That's how that works. Open and closed. Open means no obstructions. He's entire top right. Behind him to the top right. This is an overhead view. Sorry, I should have explained that like a long ass time ago. I'm so sorry. This is overhead. He will move like this, and you will backstab him. This is closed. If you do it normally and closed, this will happen, meaning you cannot backstab. So you have to push him back, then like this. So you have room. That's how that works. Okay. Here it is. This is closed because he's going to go into the wall. See that? This is open. See? Do you see how open that is? Okay. So we want Gascoigne to be in an open position. Okay. When Gascoigne is in an open position where the backstab works, that's what we want. Here's the problem though. This is really the issue. If there's an obstruction in Gascoigne's way, there's a way to get around it, and I'm going to try to demonstrate it. It's very hard to do. See how there's sorry, I'm not focused, but you see how he did that? See how he put his back into the wall? For example, that was closed because if it's closed, it means there's an obstruction and we cannot backstab him, but there's a way around it. There's a way around it. So I will demonstrate that now. This is closed, but if we force him back like that, we can get it. Do you understand how that works? So, oops, I wasn't able to quit out in time. So, that was a closed scenario. That was closed. 1, 2, I wait, I see 3, and I roll. That is case number 2. This is case number 1. Okay. There it is. Oh my god, he almost got me. Okay. Here it is. This is closed because he's gonna go into the wall. See that? This is open. See? Do you see how open that is? Okay. This is closed, but if we force him back like that, we can get it. Do you understand how that works?